Okay, I'm Jules. 24/7. You all get the concept. Constant connectedness via media and social media, increasing demands of workplaces, increasing demands on our time as we work longer to meet mortgage repayments or rent, while anxiously watching interest rates because we're in debt up to our ears. To cope with the demands on our time, we're turning to pre-prepared meals, comfort foods, material possessions and antidepressants. Exercise has become something we try to fit into a busy schedule rather than being a way of life. Have you considered that we have a 24/7 impact as well? What we wear, what we eat, what we drive, how we live, even what we share on social media, it all has an impact on the world around us, even though we can't always see that. In the Western world, we live beyond our means. We use more than our share of resources. We rely on underpaid labour in other countries, and we try to send them our waste because we produce more than we're willing to deal with. There's a segment of the population that's calling it quits on this way of life and opting for something simpler with less impact. And they're choosing tiny houses. Were. It was supposed to be. The tiny house movement took off in the US about 2 decades ago, both as a minimalist response to a consumer society and also as an affordable housing option. It's veered away from its early sustainable approach with the increasing popularity of luxury tiny homes in the US, but recently tiny houses began to attract a lot of attention in Australia as a sustainable and affordable housing option. We discovered just how topical they were in 2017 when the tiny house we built as a promo for our business was stolen and taken to Queensland. Not only did our post go viral on Facebook, but media just jumped on it right across the world. We have the dubious privilege of sharing the front page of the digital version of the New York Times, Donald Trump that day. So following that unexpected promotional episode, we decided to dive headfirst into the tiny house building business. It was something that we had put on the back burner, but why waste a good opportunity? However, we pretty quickly discovered that there are only very limited options for people to legally live in a tiny house. Basically, you're limited to caravan parks or your family's backyard. And caravan parks with long-term sites are under serious decline in Australia. Tourist parks are much more profitable than long-stay parks. So building tiny houses that people couldn't live in didn't seem like such a great idea anymore. So, my focus became the creation of a solution to that problem. Last year I founded Live Simply, a social enterprise to create sustainable, affordable tiny house communities that provide security of tenure and a lifestyle with minimal impact, while also providing freedom. Freedom from a mortgage, freedom to work less, freedom to travel and create more, freedom from the demands of a 24/7 lifestyle. So these communities are based on a caravan park or a manufactured housing estate model, either company or community titled, to allow residents and investors to share in the equity and capital gains. Houses are built sustainably to meet the requirements of a changing climate. All power is renewable, water is collected on-site and waste is both minimised and treated on-site for reuse on gardens. And this is no hippie commune idea. This is a business model with proven profitability, financially sustainable as well as socially and environmentally sustainable. The first community is at pre-DA stage just outside Canberra, and yes, I'm looking for investors. So if you want to make 10 to 15% in a year with a social investment with as low as $50,000, come talk to me afterwards. Now, I'm not about to suggest others live a lifestyle I don't embrace myself. So we're a family of 4 currently living in 50 square metres, plus a tiny house attached. That's the master bedroom. Kids have little rooms in the house. Our oldest is left home, which is kind of nice because he was a bit tight with 5 when 3 teenage boys. And